All right, what's going on, everybody? Been inactive on this channel for about 5 months now, or 4 months, and pretty much back. We're not going to be starting a podcast probably until summer or whenever. Um, but yeah, we're going to preview the 2018 NBA playoffs. With our beloved Cavaliers as the number 4 seed. So, how you doing, Brandon? What's up?
Uh, I'm doing pretty good. Feels nice outside here at Kang. Of course, you are across the river from me.
Well, it's 71 degrees up
And
by me, which is a lot better than 48 yesterday. That's for damn sure.
yes, for sure.
So, NBA news, I guess. Frank Vogel got fired from the Magic. I
Yep.
I kind of get it. The one that I don't get is the Knicks. The Knicks fired Jeff Hornacek, and
See, I'm the complete opposite.
well, and here's why I'll defend Hornacek because they were in contention for the playoffs until Porzingis got hurt, and he was dealt with nothing. And this is just typical Knicks. They expect a big turnaround. Excuse me, in 2 years, and they do what the Browns do. They get a pretty decent coach. They fire him after 2 years, and then they bring in the next victim.
Yeah, but here's the thing about the Magic, though. I don't get why they traded away Alfred Payton. I mean, they, in my opinion, were going to compete for a playoff spot. They have a lot of young talent on that team that I think they're one of the most underrated teams in the NBA, actually.
You know what I think happens a lot in the East, especially there's teams that where they'll be like, okay, we're going to try to compete for the playoffs. We want to try to be at least an 8 seed or a 7 seed. Then when they hear, then when they think about it and reality sets in 2 weeks into the season that, yeah, we might have to face LeBron and the Cavs and get swept, I think they just say, fuck it, let's tank and get a draft pick.
Yeah, that's what happened to the Bucks last night because they didn't want to face us in the first round, so they let the Sixers kick their ass.
Well, aren't they going to have to face the Sixers now?
No, they're facing Boston.
Oh shit, dude! I got Milwaukee.
Well, I think we're going to talk about that today on this podcast, and I'm very excited, looking very forward to it.
Yes, I know. I am too. My voice sounds weird. I was at an Indians game yesterday. We won 5-1 against the Detroit Tigers. I saw the funniest video, by the way. Chris Castellani, I think is how you say his name is. You
Oh,
know who he
Nick
is?
Castellanos, you mean the
No,
right fielder or whatever?
no. This guy's not a Tigers player. He's a guy from Detroit who last year started posting videos about the Tigers like after every
Oh,
game.
that guy.
Yeah, he did one, and he was talking about how Carrasco was terrible like 5 years ago, and then how he's made a jump within the last 3 years, and he just goes like, "It's almost like I don't know how to fucking develop pitchers." It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
See, but the Tigers are a perfect example, Mr. Backa, of what happens when you build around power hitting.
Okay. It also didn't help. It also didn't help that Jordan Zimmerman got hit in the face within the first two batters.
It's funny. Before that play, before the game, I went to go brush my teeth because I just got finished eating.
Yeah.
So I come back and I just hear Rick Manning go, "Well, I hope he's okay." And I see a new pitcher coming in, and I'm just like, "Oh fuck, what happened?"
Dude, seeing something like that live and hearing the ball smash off of somebody's face is fucking horrific. Dude, it was horrific.
I can only imagine. Holy shit.
Like you don't, and like especially like when you're in the bleachers, like you don't, like you can't see like on TV, like they'll kind of like zoom in on the guy and see if he's okay. We didn't know if he was okay or not. Like we didn't know if his nose was busted open or whatever.
Well, I mean,
You
you
know,
could kind of tell, I guess, though, right or no?
not really, because by then the training staff had already kind of surrounded him, and The whole you could hear a pin drop in the stadium too, man. It was eerie.
Man.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so all right, so let's get into the NBA playoffs. So let's do the East. Let's start with the. Holy shit! I didn't. Wow. The Wizards are the 8th seed.
Yes,
Oh
they
my
are, sure.
god. Oh, John Wall's a fucking trash player. Um. All right, yeah. So let's start with this: Toronto versus Washington. What do you think? I got Toronto.
I got Toronto too. I think it's gonna go either 5 or 6. I don't see it going 7, but I don't see it as a sweep either. So
Yeah, I agree. Either 5 or 6. 7 if John Wall decides to be clutch in the playoffs, which we know he won't.
and again, that's why I've always said that John Wall, Kyrie Irving, and Russell Westbrook are the 3 most overrated point guards in the NBA. But people
Well, you didn't
continue
start
to.
saying Kyrie was an overrated point guard until this summer.
Well, I kind of did. I did say it in 2016. Don't lie, I did.
All right. I called you a delusional fuck, but anyway.
Yeah, because I told you that we were actually better off with Dova than Kyrie, and then Kyrie hit one lucky shot in Game 7 to win us a championship, which I will never take from him. But I'm just saying, it was lucky. I'm sorry, it was.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I'll admit that too. I mean, I even said, before the shot, I'm like, they're not even running a play.
Oh, I know. It was just, well, they got the switch, and then what he really should have done, if we're being technical, is attack the basket.
Yeah, yeah. And when he pulled up from 3, you just hear my grandpa was like, "Oh shit," because he didn't.
Oh, I know.
He thought it was a bad shot, and it goes in, and we were both dumbfounded that it actually went in.
Exactly my point. He may be clutch, but that doesn't. I mean, I don't need. I mean, we could get he's maybe top 5 point guards in the NBA, but he's like not number 1 or number 2. Maybe
He
in
is top.
handles.
He is top 5 point guard. That's without question. But if I were to rank it, I would probably shit. I would probably go. God, I'm just coming up with something off a whim here.
I know it's hard to do. I
I
know.
know because there's so many. Fuck it. The one that's coming to me right now. I'm just gonna go by what's coming to me. 1 Westbrook, 2 CP3, 3 Kyrie, 4 Damian Lillard, and 5 maybe John Wall.
Again, I can't rank them because it would take me time because I would be I
Yeah. That's a list you have to think over. I mean, it's not a scarce position like center now, where naming probably the top 5 centers is not that hard as it used to be.
right.
All right. So speaking of Kyrie bitch asser, let's go to the next playoff matchup: Boston and Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee has potential to upset Boston. I really do.
Not only potential, but I'll tell you what, I got Milwaukee in a sweep.
Holy shit! I was gonna say they're 5 or 6, but you take
In a
it to a whole new
sweep.
level.
How could Boston even win a playoff game without Kyrie? Like, they beat us in Game 3 for what? Because they had Marcus Dunn make one of the best shots I've ever seen. But then again,
What's it? I thought it was Avery Bradley.
no, it was Marcus Dunn.
Oh, who gives a shit? We still beat their ass.
And
Should have been a sweep. That really pissed me off because if we would have swept it, we would have gone to the finals in front of our fans in the first for the first time since 07.
no, because we went to the finals in front of our fans in 2015.
No, we didn't. It was in front of our Hawks fans.
No, it wasn't. Game 4 was in Cleveland.
What?
Remember, we started on the road in Game 2. JR hit those 8 threes in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. I always forget that the Hawks were one time a dominant 1 seed.
Yeah, with Kyle Korver. Coincidence.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Remember when? Oh god. Well, remember when Delhi actually dove on? It wasn't intentional. We know that, but he accidentally dove onto Korver's leg and ended up breaking his ankle.
Well, and Kyle said it wasn't dirty, but of course Hawks fans are like, he's the dirtiest player ever.
Yeah. And that just shows like what kind of player Corver is. Like a guy fucking broke his ankle, and he's like, "Well, he didn't intend to do it."
Right.
Jesus, I would have been like, "Yeah, maybe he fucking did." You know how much pain I'm in. You know, it's
Okay, anyways, so I want you to explain to me how Boston's going to win I mean, they might win one game. You could give them five, but I don't even think it'll be that. They don't have the size. The Bugs are lengthy and long. They don't
yeah.
have this.
You
They don't
can't
have the.
stop. You can't stop Giannis.
No, they can't for sure. So the Bucks tanked last night because they knew this. They didn't want to play Austin. Austin Carr admitted it on the air. It was like 46-15 at the end of the first quarter, and he's just like, Wilfred, they don't want to play us.
I didn't watch any of the. I watched towards the end of the Cavs game, but you know I was at the Indians game and I caught a glimpse of it. I remember walking. I was walking past a bar on my way back from the game, and just seeing it was like 57-37 or something. I'm just like, okay, LeBron and Love better be fucking resting because there's no excuse to be losing to the Knicks.
Yeah, Kevin Love didn't play at all. LeBron played like 6 minutes in the first quarter. He got his 10 points and left.
They just put him out there, let him continue the record.
Yeah, it was funny because he wanted to play 82 games in his whole career, right?
Yeah.
The first time. So he goes out there, he gets the 10 points. As soon as he gets it, he starts throwing up half quarters and like chucking the ball like halfway down the court. Like, fuck this. And Ty Lue calls a timeout and LeBron just waves to the crowd like, see you in the postseason.
I fucking love that guy.
Oh, I know.
Crazy. 4 years ago, we hated his guts. Now he's the most beloved figure since Bernie Kosar.
That's Bernie. I mean, he's more beloved than Bernie, but.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
All right, since Bernie, yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's what I meant. Since Bernie. Okay, so we both agree that the Bucks are going to beat the shit out of Boston, and that'll be really fun to see. All right, next matchup. This is gonna be a good matchup, but I think we could both agree on who's gonna win. Sixers and Heat.
This is going to be a good matchup. It depends on how long Embiid's going to be out for how long this series goes.
Right.
The reports are right saying he only misses one game. I could see Philly getting this done in 5 or 6. If he misses more, because Miami does match up pretty well with Philly.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This could potentially go 7. It could.
Yeah, I agree. And here, I hate to be that guy, but I know Ben Simmons is a really good player. I know Fultz is showing a lot of promise. Part of me sometimes just thinks that some of these rookies get to the playoffs and they kind of get a little nervous and kind of, like, I don't know. I'm a little nervous, and then you start taking dumb shots, fucking up on little things. So I don't know. I'd like to see. I really like to know how. That's the thing. That's the thing with this Sixers team. They look really good right now in the regular season. They're really good on paper, but we don't know how they are in the playoffs. They could be utter shit in the playoffs for all we know.
I agree with what you're saying, but I think the difference between this young team and many other young teams is that this team is hungry. Mm-hmm. They're developed way more than what normal rookies are.
That?
Excuse me, I got somebody outside my door freaking sweeping the carpeting or something.
Oh.
They are way more experienced rookies than what they are because, Embiid's really in his 3rd year. Simmons is in his 2nd year. Hell, Markelle Fultz came off the bench last night and got a triple-double.
Holy shit.
So I don't care if the Bucks did tank last night. Coming off the bench and getting a triple-double is impressive.
Okay, so all right, yeah. So you said another thing. So you mentioned about Ben Simmons. You said it's like his 2nd year. Do you think he had quality? Do you think he should win Rookie of the Year? Because I think Donovan Mitchell should.
By NBA definition, since he is a rookie, yes, because he hasn't played an NBA game till this year.
I don't know. I think that rule needs to be revised. I still think Donovan Mitchell's going to win just because,
I don't think he deserves it over Ben Simmons. I'll be
I
honest. But
well, all right. But you know what? You know what? Even if he doesn't win, Donovan Mitchell's turning into one of my favorite outside of the Cavs players. It's already Damian Lillard is already my favorite player outside of the Cavs, but Donovan Mitchell's starting to kind of rival that because I really think that, and this will happen when LeBron retires because that's what I love LeBron, but when he does retire, the East is going to be a free for all, and it's going to be really entertaining. But when LeBron retires, I really think that the Jazz and the Sixers are going to be a good rivalry, and we're going to get the LeBron versus Kobe that we've always wanted. Because I really think Mitchell looks like Kobe Bryant out there.
And I really think once Ben Simmons develops his shot, you can't stop him now, even when he's going to the rim.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I think we're going to beat him this year, but it'll take like 6 or 7 games. But this is it. If we don't beat them this year, and even if we do go out, we trade for a guy like Kawhi Leonard or whatever, they're going to put up a fight no matter what.
Think about this. They're only if you really count the years they didn't play in together. Embiid is in his 3rd year only, and they have the 2nd lowest salary cap space out of all the teams in the playoffs, and they're the youngest team in the playoffs.
Wow.
They are going to be amazing in a couple years, and the process truly does work.
I know. That's part of what keeps me hopeful as a Browns fan.
Think about this. They could have been better a couple years ago because they missed on Okafor and they missed on Nerlens Noel.
I know. Yeah, that was Sam Hinkie being a fucking idiot. Let's take 3 centers in 3 different years and hope one of them pays off. He's lucky.
Well, they did.
Well, yeah, but you could have filled it with like point guards and shooting guards, people that you actually needed.
Well, think about they did kind of. They got Ben Simmons as a point forward. Now they have Fultz, who's going to be the true point guard. They got a veteran in J.J. Redick. I'm sure they'll eventually replace him, but Redick fits the system perfectly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm terrified to face this. The possibility of the thought of facing the Sixers scares the living shit out of me.
Well, we are going to get into that, I'm sure, soon later on. So.
Uh-huh. And here's a really good thing too. I'm saying if, because I don't think we'll lose, but if we do lose to the Sixers, LeBron can't join them because he'll be in the same category as Kevin Durant for that whole can't beat him, join him narrative.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
You're right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so if let's say, I hope to God we don't, but we're just saying if we do end up losing to the Sixers in the playoffs, LeBron ain't going there because he's never really taken the easy. You can say what you will about Miami, but looking at the current state of the NBA now, Miami was nothing compared to what all these super teams now are.
Unless, here's the thing. Unless, let's say the Sixers do, by the hell of God, beat us, right? But in the finals, they get destroyed.
Uh-huh.
Then I think LeBron could go there because he could say, I'm the missing piece. It wasn't like Golden State when KD signed. They didn't blow they blew a 3-1 lead in close games. And, KD's just like, well, I want to get a ring. Let's say Philly just gets absolutely fucking destroyed in the finals, and they clearly need another piece. Right,
because I think even if the Sixers were to face, if they were to face, the Rockets or the Warriors, both those teams are winning in 4.
You never know, though. Philadelphia has great length and size, too, along with shooting. I told you that.
Yeah, well, against the Rockets, if you can get a matchup like Clint Capella versus Joel Embiid, I think Clint Capella has the edge.
See, I think Embiid has the edge, but
No, Capella is like more. He's more stocky, more big. He can bully him around. I like Embiid, but he's a little too skinny for a center. But yeah, I grew up in the era of the Shaq type of centers. We did. But all right. So anyway, we got the Sixers winning that.
Yep.
Okay, now for the main event, the Cleveland Cavaliers, our Cleveland Cavaliers, go up against our rival that we're supposed to hate, but we don't really hate, the Indiana Pacers.
Cavs in 4.
Yeah, either 4 or 5, but it's probably going to be 4 because
they will be close games, but the Cavs will just prevail in the end because they have nobody that can stop LeBron.
Yeah, I know.
Again, Indiana has good size down low that we are going to have to deal with, but we have way more shooters, and they can't shoot the 3 that well, and they have nobody that can stop LeBron. So,
right. Speaking of size down low, so Tristan Thompson apparently got booed when he came into the game last night.
I heard that.
Yeah.
And I guess the PA announcer didn't even announce his name.
Yeah, and then he was in the locker room. I guess he got like all of his things, got dressed really quick, showered real quick, got dressed real quick, gathered his things, and left before the media was able to come in.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Well, I guess all of Khloe Kardashian's family unfollowed him.
Maybe this is what we fucking needed. This is because I've been so worried about that damn Kardashian curse, and now we might get away with it.
He realized it.
I know. LeBron probably was just like, look, Kristen, I know it's the playoffs. I know you quote-unquote love this woman, but I'm trying to win a ring. We all are. Like, the whole team's just there. just this owner. They're all sitting in a circle like a fucking AA meeting, and they're like, we want you to do something. Can I at least have fun in the process? Sure. We're going to New York. Just fuck a couple of bitches in a hotel and film it. Like, it's just like, okay. And then like, we just go 16-0 throughout the whole fucking playoffs.
Oh, man.
All right, let's go to the West, the Wild Wild West.
Okay, I'm starting with this one, if you don't mind.
All right, sure.
I am dropping a bombshell. Remember when I said I had some huge surprises?
Oh, God.
The Minnesota Timberwolves are going to beat the Houston Rockets.
Christ, are you dumb or what?
In the first round of these playoffs.
Okay, sure.
I have word on this. They have defense. They have size. They have shooters. And James Harden and Chris Paul's history of choking in the playoffs, and their head coach, for that matter, of having no defense whatsoever.
Okay, but Thibodeau is a terrible coach.
Hey, he almost beat us if it wasn't for LeBron telling David Blatt to go fuck himself.
Okay, that's true. But he also had a better roster.
I know, this roster's better. You're telling me that roster's better than the one he has now with Jimmy Butler, Wiggins, and Karl-Anthony Towns.
Okay, true. But I also talked. One of my Twitter friends is from Minnesota. He's a huge Timberwolves fan. He even admitted, he's like, we're gonna get slaughtered by Houston, and because I guess Thibodeau's a dumbass in Minnesota.
Okay, but the only reason why they fell to the 8th seed is because Jimmy Butler got hurt. They could have been the 4 or 5 seed.
Mm-hmm.
We could have seen them against Houston in the second round. And by the way, I still would have picked Minnesota. And if they would have got Golden State, I would have been seriously considering making it maybe a 7-game series. Maybe Minnesota wins that series.
Oh my God! How funny would it be? How funny would it be? A LeBron versus Andrew Wiggins finals.
Oh my God!
Like, because they hate it. Well, LeBron doesn't hate it, but Wiggins hates LeBron.
Yeah, I know. Well, look, if Houston wins this series, I'll give them credit. But until James Harden is one of my favorite players in the NBA, but until Ian Chris Paul go to the finals, or until Mike D'Antoni actually learns how to play defense, I'm sorry, I'm not impressed.
Okay.
They also been seeming like over the past couple of regular season games. I know they wrapped up the number 1 seed, but they just look like they haven't gave a fuck over the last month.
It might be like what the Cavs did, or what the Cavs do. We're just kind of like just
No,
trotting
that's what
along.
the Cavs did last year. But the difference is that we played Indiana and we got away with it. Houston is playing a dangerous 8 seed. Okay, it'd be like in the East. Let me think. It'd be like, okay, let's say it's Boston and Toronto in the first round, and Kyrie was hurt the whole year, and he came back when they made the 8 seed. Okay? Boston would have a good shot to win that series. Now, again, it's different in the East because Boston doesn't have a lot of great defenders, and Toronto's better. But, okay, it'd be like this. It'd be like if Ben Simmons got hurt and Philly dropped to the 8 seed, and then he came back and faced Toronto.
All right.
That's the way I see it.
Okay.
I think Minnesota has a realistic chance to not only beat Houston, but to beat the 4 or 5 seed, which I believe is either OKC or New Orleans.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see that happening. I don't see the Rockets losing in the first round.
I know nobody does, but I've been right on most of my predictions this year. Okay.
Okay.
I know I'm going out on a limb with this one. I realize that.
Yeah, this is a ballsy pick.
I realize it's ballsy, okay? But it's not like one of those picks that's like, oh my God, you're stupid. I at least have a little bit of evidence to kind of back up my pick, okay?
Right.
So, I assume you're picking Houston.
Yes. The same choice. Would you like to hear something really funny?
What?
David Blatt is the favorite to get the Knicks job. Oh, this poor fan.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the funniest things I've ever heard on this show.
Hey, Kristaps, why don't you inbound on the final play? Okay.
Well, it's confirmed the Knicks will never make the playoffs again.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, boy. Could you imagine in the first game when David Blatt returned to the queue?
Oh, my God. How funny that would be. And you know, if LeBron's still on the team, it's not official, but it's supposedly he is the favorite. That could all change. But like, how funny would, like, if we still had LeBron, how fucking funny would it be if we just go out there and just obliterate them?
And Kevin Love, because think about it. Remember, he wanted to trade Kevin Love, and that's why I kind of fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin Love's a good third option.
Oh, I know. What a fucking idiot.
And Ty Lue just comes in there. All right, Kevin, just be yourself. It's okay. We got this.
I really think, everybody hates Ty Lue, but people really have no idea how big of a factor he was in the 2016 final. I mean, the dumbest thing I saw was, oh, he's so uninspiring. He doesn't inspire the players. How the fuck do you think we came back from 3-1? You think if David Blatt was our coach, he would have just been like, well, sorry we didn't get him this year.
No, it'd be us. Okay, LeBron, what do we do?
I know. Yeah, Lou. The best thing I heard was from Richard Jefferson. He just what did he said that Lou told everybody after game 4. He's like if you guys don't if you don't believe, they were about to leave the practice facility.
Yeah.
And he said, if you guys don't believe that the Browns, he's like, if you guys don't believe that we can come back from this deficit and win the championship, don't get on that bus.
He's right.
And everybody got on that bus. That's kind of inspiring, if you ask me.
Yeah. And, I do feel bad for RJ now that his Nuggets didn't make the playoffs, but.
You know what? I think for him and for a guy like Channing Frye, this is the best thing for them because they're so close to retiring. I honestly think that they're both going to retire this year. They can just start their vacations early. Go down to Miami, go down to go to Hawaii, go to Cancun, go to wherever, go to the Bahamas. Do what they want.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. So on to the next one: Golden State and San Antonio. I think San Antonio can put up a pretty decent fight, but I think the Warriors will eventually win the series.
If the Spurs had Kawhi, which I thought Bleacher Report said he did, and then they fucking trolled us and said it was from last year because they're idiots. If the Spurs had Kawhi, I was seriously thinking about picking the Spurs.
Yeah.
Just because they didn't have Curry.
Uh-huh.
But now that I'm sorry, but to me, it's Golden State in 4, even without Curry. I don't see a way I don't think the Spurs can just keep up with them physically, game by game, running up and down the court with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Golden State just got to pass, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Trying to be a bitch, but it may not work out in the end because we may get him. But
Did you just call Kawhi a bitch?
Yeah, I did call Kawhi a bitch.
Okay.
He had to act like a little bitch. I'm sorry, he did.
Yeah, I have a feeling that whole Kawhi Leonard's acting like a bitch narrative is probably going to end up changing sometime in July.
Yeah.
But I rest my case. All right, next one: Portland and the New Orleans Pelicans. Yes, the New Orleans Pelicans. What a tool. I got the Blazers winning this series for the first time in 1 year.
Your two favorite players, AD and Lillard, going at it.
Yeah. I got the Blazers.
I got the Blazers in 6.
Yeah. It seems fair. Oh shit! Excuse me. All right. Last one: OKC and Utah. I got the Jazz.
Ooh.
I really think that they're going to surprise some people in the West. I think they're going to have that quote unquote Cinderella run where they end up getting through the first round and put up a fight in the second round.
I got OKC in 5, so.
Okay. I mean, you just can't rely on. Well, you just can't rely on playoff Melo and.
No, I get that, but like you said with the Sixers, like you said, oh, they're rookies, they're not going to know how to react. I know Gobert has played in the playoffs before, but the Jazz to me are that team that's unlike Philadelphia, where they're just not ready yet.
Right.
I just don't think that Donovan Mitchell is ready for the big stage yet. I think I don't think Donovan. I mean, I think he's been good. I think Donovan Mitchell's a little bit overrated this season. I'll be honest. But
okay.
I think he's going to grow a lot next season. I don't think he was the rookie of the year this year. I think he'll be a lot better next year. I can see the Jazz going to the second round next year, but this year, nah.
I think if the Jazz can land a free agent to help Donovan Mitchell, like a better small forward or something like that, he can be one of the best point guards in the West.
I mean, I know you can't trust Melo in the playoffs, but on any given night, Russell Westbrook can turn the ball over, but he can also go for 50. And they do have George Paul, who does hide in playoff games. But I just think their team overall is better than Utah. So.
Yeah, but they have been very. Excuse me, shit. I'm tired. I didn't get in until late. But they. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, they've been very inconsistent, and you can't. Yeah, but you can't trust Melo in the playoffs. Plus, Westbrook has been known to choke in the playoffs, and Paul George. I'm not going to really criticize him because he hasn't really. Well, he kind of choked in the playoffs too, but again, in all fairness, he was going up against the Heat and 2013 and 2014.
Do you forget the 25-point lead that he choked last year?
Oh, shit, yeah.
So, game 3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a great game.
But I just think that, I mean, again, I get your point, but that's why, to me, though, I mean, I don't know. I just think their team is overall better than Utah. And in a 7-game series, the best team will always win out. So,
right.
I don't know. It's hard. I mean, the winner of this game, the winner of this series is going to lose in the second round, whether it's to Houston or to Minnesota, whoever wins that series. So,
right.
All right, so that concludes the first round. I take it.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck, I didn't write any of this down.
That's okay. I got a good memory, so.
Okay.
So the second round, we would start with Toronto and Cleveland.
Ooh, that'll be a great matchup, but I still think we own Toronto. I got the Cavs in 5.
I got the Cavs in 6.
Okay.
I think the Raptors are a lot better. I think the Raptors are a lot like the 2 years ago Raptors than they were last year. They have better bench depth. They have played us well, and believe it or not, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Toronto is a tough place to play. And when those two guards, DeRozan and Lowry, get on a roll, you can't stop them in Toronto.
Yeah.
And because they'll have home court advantage, I think we can still win 1 in Toronto, game 5. Look, we might start 0-2 against Toronto. It's a real possibility.
Oh,
And
my God, no.
everybody be concerned, and then we end up winning 4 straight. That's my prediction. So
We start out 0-2. I will call you and freak out.
Oh, and I will tell you exactly what I just told you on this podcast. They have home field advantage. They're supposed to win the first 2. That's what nobody realizes.
I know.
It's a 7-game series. Okay, all we have to do is win 1 on the road, which will be game 5, because they'll be all rattled after game 4. I'm telling you this right now. So okay. Don't call me after game 2, because there'll be no reason to call me.
You know what? I'll say I won't, but there are no guarantees. But it'll more than likely happen.
You will call me after game 1 if we lose by 2 and be like, are we getting eliminated? No. Calm down. Calm down.
Why did we only win by 2 against the Raptors? Oh, Jesus.
This guy freaked out on me the other day, I believe it was right before Gomes hit the 2-run over, and said that our inning sucks, we're not going to win, we need to fire our inning coach.
Yeah, I texted you in all capital letters. This is why we need power hitting.
Your takes. I love your takes. I love your takes.
I know, they can be entertaining.
Okay, so we both have the Cavs, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then it would be an interesting series. Very interesting. Philadelphia and Milwaukee.
Ooh. I'll go with. Oh, geez, I don't want to face either one of them. All right, you had a dumb upset. I'm gonna have a dumb upset. I got Milwaukee in 7.
Okay. I got Philly in 6.
Okay.
And you're right. I don't want to play either one of them. I'd rather play Milwaukee, but I just got Philly in 6. And the Eastern Conference Finals for you would be the Cavs hosting the Bucks.
That would be pretty cool.
And for me, it would be the Cavs going to Philly. So.
All
right. So let's go to the West. For me in the first round, I had Minnesota and OKC, and you had Houston and OKC.
Correct. I have Houston. I have Rockets in 5.
Okay, that would be an interesting series because it would be Westbrook versus Harden again. 2 chokers, and we'll see which one can choke less. For me, though, I got Minnesota again.
Jesus.
I got Minnesota going to the Western Conference Finals as an 8 seed. Okay.
Jesus, what do they put in the water down in Kent?
Well, I'm drinking one right now, and it's really good. But look, if they get eliminated in the first round, I will tell you I was wrong.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, I like this team, and like you said, I don't trust OKC. Now, I could see OKC winning this series actually more than I could see Houston, believe it or not. Because I think Russell Westbrook, he might be on that revenge course to go meet KD and Golden State, okay? If that happens, they can definitely make the Western Conference Finals. But I'm going to go with Minnesota in 6.
Okay.
Oh. And then the other matchup, we both have Golden State and Portland, so.
All right. If Steph Curry is still out and they're dealt like another injury, like if let's say KD gets hurt because he has had a recurring rib injury, from what I understand, I think the Blazers can beat them because Damian Lillard always goes off against the Warriors. He hates them for some reason.
Yes. And they have Nurkic, who I really like.
Yeah. So I think even without Steph Curry, they have a shot. If Steph Curry is still out, which I think he is because he's not that durable, they got the Blazers in 7.
I'm concerned about Golden State, Curry especially, because those ankles are very bad, very vulnerable.
You know what? They can't function without him. It's crazy how valuable he is to them.
Yeah, and it's funny because we always thought KD was the most valuable player on that team, but it really depends on the matchup because if you think about it, against us, yeah, KD's the most valuable player for them. But against everybody else, Curry's the most valuable player for them.
Right.
So, do you officially have Portland in 7 or?
If Curry's out, yeah. If he's back, I got the Warriors in 6.
Okay. This is going to be... See, this NBA playoffs, I'm not going to lie, last year they were so bad. Everything was such a breeze. Am I right about that?
Yeah, you're right. It was everything was set. You know, by game 1, we both knew. Okay, it's going to be Cavs Warriors. We don't know what it could be this year.
I mean, we kind of know in the East, but in the West, and I've even going to admit it, and again, I've said this for the last 40 years, it's going to be Golden State Cleveland. There's no contest. In the West, I'm admitting, I don't have no fucking clue who's going to win this year.
Right, I know, and the teams are so evenly matched. There's not really a lopsided matchup if you think about it.
Right. And the injury bug in the West. And again, in the East, it changed things because it's made the Cavs path easier. Well, if you think about it, it's kind of harder because that means Milwaukee's getting past Boston. Mm-hmm. But in the West, I mean, seriously, think about this. If the Spurs had Kawhi and Steph was still out, like, I wouldn't even know what to say. I don't know who to pick. This is incredible. And again, I turned on one NBA game this year, and believe that wasn't the Cavs. Believe it or well, I tried to watch the Timberwolves Nuggets game last night, but ESPN had the dumb Sixers game on because
it was on NBA TV.
Okay, but I don't get NBA TV.
Oh.
So ESPN.
You didn't miss much. It wasn't that good of a game. The ending was lackluster.
True. Okay, but so I turned on one other game this year, and believe it or not, it was Golden State and OKC. And it was the game where Zaza landed on Westbrook's leg and tried to dirty Jeep shot him. And I saw that live. So
that's my one concern. If we do have to face Golden State again, Kendrick Perkins is gonna beat the shit out of Zaza Pachulia.
Look,
like we're gonna have a game where he's gonna try to grab Kevin Love and try to pull his shoulder out, and Kendrick Perkins is gonna come in at the next buzzer and just start punching the fuck out of him.
Look, remember that one video that EDP made titled "I Want Some of That Patriot Ass"?
I think so. Yeah.
When he went all crazy.
Oh yeah.
Well, my nigga, to quote EDP, I want some of that Golden State ass, motherfucker, for all the pain and suffering you niggas have caused me over the past 4 fucking years. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Here's the part where I take off my shirt and roll water on my head. Woo! Let's fucking go, bitch! Woo!
By the way, fuck, what was it? Oh yeah, did you watch that thing I sent you?
No, I'm gonna watch it later.
Yeah, EDP ended up on H3H3's podcast.
What did he say?
They asked him about. Remember when PewDiePie said the N word?
Oh yeah.
They asked him. They're like, how did are you bothered by it? And they're like, does it offend you? And he's just like, I'm not bothered by it at all, my nigga.
Well,
that dude is not real. No. I refuse to believe that he is a real human being.
This is your podcast, your video, so I don't want to go off topic much here. So trying to stay in context.
I welcome it.
Okay, well, you run the show, so.
I told you I don't. I eventually. For people who don't know, I want to get a degree in communications and be on the radio. I do not want to be a sports radio host. Everybody in my family thinks I would be good at it, and I think I would be too. But I could not stand the constant bullshit of just every day somebody calls in. I really like Josh Allen. I don't know. I think Dick Donald's getting better. What about that Kyle Lauletta guy? I would snap on the fucking. I would quit. I would quit.
Hey, would you ever like to join my radio show and just start pitching? Would you?
Yeah.
I would love to see you call First Stranded one day and just start pitching.
Call him Jimmy.
Guys, we have great chemistry.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Golden State Portland. Let's see.
Oh yeah, back to that.
Yeah. If Curry is healthy, Golden State in 5.
Okay.
And yeah, okay. What are we ready to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals, or it's your show, so it's up to you?
Yes.
Okay. You have the Bucks and the Cavs, and I have the Cavs and Sixers.
Correct.
So, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I'll go first since it's my show. But anyway, we all know this. The Cavs are going to win against if they face the Bucks. I got Cavs in 5.
Okay. I like that prediction. Here is where I'm going to scare you on your own show. In order for the Cavs to make the NBA Finals, they're going to have to play a Game 7 in Philadelphia.
Having chest pains.
And it will go to overtime.
Oh, my God.
And LeBron will end up hitting a buzzer beater. Where then Mike Breen will come on the court because the Eastern Conference Finals are on ESPN this year. And they'll ask him about Golden State because they're going to make the NBA Finals again before we do. And LeBron's going to say, I don't want to talk about them. They're too scary. Just like he did last year.
All right. Fair enough. Okay, on to the finals then. So we have Cavs, Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I said the Blazers could possibly beat them, but I don't know. I think it's either Cavs Warriors or Cavs Rockets for me.
See, for me, it's either Cavs Warriors or Cavs T-Wolves or Cavs OKC. I got 3 options.
Yeah, either way, I got the Cavs winning.
I do too, and again, I'm going to scare you on your own show. It's going to be another Game 7.
Oh my god. Dude, we can't handle another Game 7 this decade. One was awesome. Another one was fucking horrifying. The Game 5, the Game 5 last year, the Game 5 for the Indians last year, which was like a Game 7, was even more horrifying.
Oh, that was
I can't handle another fucking Game 7. Game 6, Game 5, so be it. Just give us a fucking cushion.
You know what? Like I said in that video, I want some of that Golden State ass.
If it goes down to the fucking wire at a Game 7, I'll be hauled away in an ambulance for the stroke. I can't feel the right side of my body, but we want to fire.
Won't you be in New York or North Carolina or somewhere?
Yeah, I'm going to North Carolina during the. If it goes 7 games, I'll be in North Carolina for Game 7.
Oh no, you're not even going to be in Cleveland to be ambulanced. It will scare me to death too. I almost had a heart attack during Game 7 of the 2016 finals. I could not feel my legs or my hands, for that matter, the last 4 minutes of the game.
I couldn't sit still, and like I was worried, like if I didn't move, like my heart would just be like, you need to at least move around.
Oh, I know. And to make it worse, I had to go take a piss real bad.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I really needed some water because I was thirsty, but I didn't want to jinx it and miss anything because like it was a period where we weren't going to commercial at all.
Oh, I know. And I'm just like, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god.
When LeBron hit that one free throw, reality started to kind of sink in for me. But
I just started screaming, it's over, it's over.
No, I was prepared for like Steph Curry to hit like a 4-point play or some shit.
Oh no, I was screaming, that's it.
God, we're gonna be talking about this for the rest of our lives because that was fucking surreal.
You will never forget where you were during that moment, just like you'll never forget where you were during the other games. But we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
So, do you got the Cavs in 6?
Yeah, just for the sake of my health.
Okay. I am prepared to go to war with whatever team. I'll admit it. You guys all know, and for some of you guys that just subscribe to Andrew and don't subscribe to me, every postseason I go on, my social media hiatus this year will be version 5.0. And I'm going to admit to everybody this, okay? The first year with the Cavs, I was totally locked in, focused. Last year, it was about maybe a 90%. It was like if we lose, I'll be all right. And then I got really pissed off because I fucking hate Kevin Durant. This year,
kind of like last year. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but last year, like when we lost, I was hurt, but I wasn't like devastated hurt.
Right.
Because if we didn't win in 2016, I probably would have killed myself.
Oh, I know.
We would have just seen the Warriors 3-peat. And we didn't win shit.
I told you that one professor I had who's from Oakland, but he's a Jazz fan.
Oh my god, that's just... I kind of did that too. I almost became a Patriots and a San Francisco Giants fan, and now I'm a Browns fan and a fucking Indians fan. He'll probably get my heart broken again.
Well, don't worry. The Indians are going to win the World Series, but...
Yeah, I do. I know.
Let's see. So this year I'm totally focused. Last year I wanted a piece of that Golden State ass, but not as bad. Not as bad. I'll admit. I
His ass, or Curry's ass, yeah.
2016, I wanted them bad. Everybody was like, OKC gonna go to the finals. I was like, no, Golden State, please come back, please come back. I want a piece of your ass. Like I was rooting for
Well,
them.
the only reason I really wanted to face OKC was because I knew that we would probably either sweep them or beat them in 5 games, and I would have been able to celebrate, go to the parade, then go to New York.
Yeah,
Instead, I
but
was prepared to go to New York again with my heart broken.
I wanted revenge. I wanted revenge. I wanted to prove to myself that we could beat them.
Yeah.
And then, Draymond Green had to call Kevin Durant from the parking lot. And now we got a whole new rivalry going on, all right? I want a piece of that Golden State ass just one more time. Just one more time. Give me them. Let's finish this. Let's go to war, fellas.
You want to know? You want to hear? All right, we're going to wrap this thing up, but I'm going to tell a couple stories. So, 2015, I went to New York as well. I have family in New York, and so I went to go visit them. And after the 2015 finals, because we had left the day after Game 5, or no, Game 6, excuse me, in 2015, and by then, we'd lost. Everybody was, everybody was, everybody was leaving. I saw Michael Wilbon in the airport though, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. I was walking past. He was talking to somebody. I just said, "Hey, Mike Wilbon." He put his hand up, like, hey. What else? But yeah, we landed in New York. Got in the cab, went to my uncle's apartment. So then we started doing the touristy shit. We stopped by, I think, because I wanted to buy a couple souvenirs. And the guy's like, "Oh, you from here? You from here?" And we're like, "No." And we're like, "We're from Cleveland." The first thing the guy fucking says is, "Oh, sorry about the finals." Like, thank you. I'm trying to get away from that. And you're reminding me of yet another Cleveland sports heartbreak. You spoiled New York fan. But no, he was nice about it. And my one uncle who's from Pittsburgh, walks in, and he's like, "Hey, sorry about the game." I'm like, yeah. And then in 2016, we went back to visit my uncle. And it was after Game 5 when Kyrie and LeBron, I think they both had 41. Am I correct? Or did they combine for 41 or something like that?
No, they both had 41.
Yeah. So I had actually wanted, you're going to hate me for this, but you can kind of see my point. I actually kind of was hoping that the Cavs would just lose in 5, get it over with, because I didn't want the Cavs staying alive so that they would break my heart while I was on vacation enjoying myself. Little did I know this would turn into the best vacation I've ever had. But yeah, so I got there, landed. My uncle comes in. He's like, "Sorry about the game." I'm like, "We won." He's like, "Yeah, but you're not going to win the series." I'm like, "I kind of know." And so then Game 6, we watched it. We tied it up. Couldn't believe it. Game 7, we go back to my uncle's apartment in New York because our flight got canceled, I think. That was the other year. American Airlines fucked us over. And watching it, we watched it on like a 12-inch screen. Or I don't know, maybe it was 18-inch. It was a really old TV from the 90s, and we just couldn't believe it. Fucking great.
You watched Game 7 on an 18-inch screen. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, my uncle, he only had a TV in his room, small TV. He's rarely there. It's like a crash pad for him, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a little 18-inch TV in his room. We were gathered in there. It would flicker too. Like the viewing experience was terrible. But we were so focused and so nervous that we could have been watching it on one of those TVs from the 40s, and we would have been like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Oh, I know.
Like if we were getting blown out or something, or if it was a blow, it would have been like, damn, God, quality sucks. You know? So, yeah, that's my story, I guess. All right, we're going over an hour, so I want to try to wrap this up. All right, any last thing to say?
Nope, just go Cavs.
Yep, go Cavs. Go Tribe, too.
Go Tribe.
We're on a roll. What do we win, 4 in a row now?
Yep, dominating.
Yep. All right, another thing. Oh, yeah, you mentioned your social media hiatus thing is like a superstitious type of thing. I have one as well where I shave off all my facial hair and I start a new one for the playoffs. The reason for this being that when the Indians were up 2-0 last year, I shaved off my facial hair because I thought it would look more presentable for something that I was going to. And they may or may not have blown a 2-0 lead. And I thought to myself, why did I shave it? So I have a superstition now. I can't stay off Twitter during the playoffs, so it's way too entertaining.
Which I don't understand why, but
I just can't.
I know.
Oh, well. All right, we'll wrap this up. You can follow me on Twitter at _backer55. The link to my Twitter is in the description. We'll put a link to F95523's channel. Yeah, go Cavs, go Tribe. Browns don't fuck up the draft. That's about it. All right,
Thanks a lot,
everybody.
Cavs.
Yep, peace, everybody.